to take over.
They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Now Landry. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, this is Jackson.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. 33 yards as the Ravens push further out in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This will be taken in at the 1. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
That was A.J. Brown.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early,
like they
probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Allen off the play fake. He's going to float this one deep right side.
Man, that was supposed to be a pick.
Away and incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that is incomplete. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Landry now on the return. Fights off of Jarvis Landry. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. He returns the punt 64 yards on the score as the Ravens push further out in front. And we always talk about kick returns being so exciting on kickoffs, punt return almost equally exciting.
And typically we talk about the kickoff return being the most exciting 10 seconds in football. Let's just cut it in half for a punt return and make it the most exciting 5 seconds in football. It's a great, glamorous, dashing play.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down. But it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. What did you? A little bit. We're not even at halftime.
12 yards on the return that time.
I didn't.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 25-yard line. They'll run with a big man, Bo Jackson. A little second effort there on this strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run now with Bo Jackson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as the Ravens push further out in front. Extra point try good by Gano, and a rout is on here in this first half. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Throwing is Allen on third. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the 13-time Pro Bowler Ray Lewis. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On 2nd and 10, Allen. And he comes back with one complete.
Here we go.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Gano the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Fielded about a yard deep. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try to go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a third down. Cannot get away, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. It's fielded at the 45. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, here's Warner. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A.J. Brown in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation. Remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. That little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
Fielded about a yard deep. So we've reached, due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This is taken at his 4. A little juke. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for the Ravens. 47 yards. Warner over the middle here to Brown. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. To throw, Warner. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys continue to pour it on. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason about it, and you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns. Extra point try good by Gano, and that will extend this big lead. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
They'll run with Allen. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Ray Lewis up from his linebacker spot to make the play.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Fletcher Cox bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Allen hit. He lost the football. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Gano now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for him.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. Now Warner. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Here's Warner. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal. Warner to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Dallas Clark there to make the grab. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gano the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struck. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jesse Tuggle, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The pass there over the middle to start things out. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Looking to throw. Warner. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
On 2nd and 9, Allen, he's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. That's taken it around the 40. Landry, agile footwork. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Warner from the gun. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. From the gun, Warner. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal. Second and 4. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. To throw, it's Allen. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Take it at the 37. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. That one looks like he'll throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. It'll be Warner on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Here's a 2nd and 7. That's complete right around the 8. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Warner. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Allen now on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And now here's another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Warner steps away to his left. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A little more action, Jackson.
Yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Call us dangerous. Ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us. No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard for your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm big.
Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And in front of a raucous crowd, this one is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10. On the go. 29-yard line.
Mike, 58, right there. I'm coming for you.
They run with a fullback now. This is Dan Vitale. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
It's taken to the 26. Touchdown. All told, it's a punt return of 74 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They get the stop defensively, force the punt, and they score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, you don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Ready up. 58, boys. 58. 58. Mike. Ricky.
Back to throw. He finds Roberts, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Hooking up here with Maurice Harris. He gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. They'll go with Hill here on first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On 2nd down, it's Hill. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. He'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here we go. 10 over. Pull together. Ready?
On 1st and 10, Warner. This will be caught by Brown. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Now a first down throw. Warner got a man. It's Brown. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now Warner. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Warner. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. On third down, this is Jackson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Back to throw. Warner.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's third and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. On second down now, it's Jackson. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. On third down, it's Jackson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 17-yard line. They run on first down with Jackson. They call a run on third and a mile. Not only do they convert, but they tack on some yards at the end of it, too.
They went against what anyone would think would be a tendency, which is you're going to throw it.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Gano the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
60 out more. And watch your leg.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Rashard Higgins was the one he was looking for. And now it's second down. From the 21, it's second and 10. Second and 10. This pass complete to Higgins. And he lost the football. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. They'll drop to throw. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And taken right on the 30. 43 yards on the punt. Return of 4. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. That one broken up by David Long on the defensive end.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Throwing on first down, Warner. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Michael Thomas in the final seconds of the first half as the Ravens push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Let's go, baby.
So we reach half. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes
defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the night as the Ravens push further out in front. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 29-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On the run, it's Bo Jackson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll run here with Bo. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? I'm not even going to try to unpack that one.
Good move. Let's just leave that one alone, shall we?
Cat's got our tongue here in the booth. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's closing in on 200 yards on the ground with the fourth quarter still to come. We're in the third. Good shot to get there.
And now he's got to make sure he convinces his coaching staff to leave him out there and keep touching the ball, because when you got that kind of a day, there is a tendency to think about getting him out and saving some of it. Running backs never like to save yardage.
You know he's tapping his quarterback on the shoulder. I'll take the ball again, please, right?
Not turning down any carries. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. On first down, they'll run with Chubb.
And that's the big fella's M.O. right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Silent, 64, read.
On 3rd down, Warner. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Jarvis Landry. He scored on a punt return, and now he's scored through the air as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline and puts on... pants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing on second down. Driscoll. This one hauled in by Sample. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Raiders on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up a throw. And that will be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Pulled in at the 24. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big...
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Jarvis Landry, 48 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
Going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Fielded about a yard deep. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Throwing again on second down. Driscoll. Open man is Higgins. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Raiders on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, his 2nd sack of the night.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now Landry. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Warner to throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. To throw, Warner. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag. That guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for him, too.
Gano the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1.
We got this.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The veteran Andre Roberts is the intended target, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas.
Let's go, man. Pick 6 all day. Don't throw my side.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. The 20. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to, because the old school admit.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. They've got to. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable that they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
Ready. 18, Gator.
Strong right. Strong right. Set the tone, defense.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That one complete to Hill. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So the final second.
That's the end of the stream, y'all.